BlackFacts.com presents Native American Icons, Sequoyah. Sequoyah was one of the most influential figures in Cherokee history. He created the Cherokee syllabary, a written form of the Cherokee language. The syllabary allowed literacy and printing to flourish in the Cherokee Nation in the early 19th century and remains in use today. Sequoyah was born in the present-day U.S. state of Tennessee in the years preceding the American Revolution. He was afflicted by physical lameness that caused him to limp. As a young man, he worked as a trader, an industry he learned from his mother. He later became a silversmith and a blacksmith. By the year 1809, influenced by written forms of communication used by European Americans, he began considering how the Cherokee might devise a system of writing tailored to the sounds of their own language. Many of his fellow Cherokees disapproved of his idea, and some thought the practice was too close to witchcraft. However, Sequoyah was determined to give the Cherokee language a written form. Unfortunately, the War of 1812 forced him to put his plans on hold. Sequoyah was involved in the Battle of Horseshoe Bend in the present-day U.S. state of Alabama, which fight against the Red Stick Creeks. Afterward, he settled in Willstown, now Fort Payne, and devoted himself to the task of converting the Cherokee language into written form. Sequoyah was monolingual and spoke only his mother tongue, Cherokee. Thus he did not know how to read or write in any language. Despite this, he had an intuitive grasp of the function and significance of written communication. Sequoyah's approach is to listen to Cherokee speech, studying the sound patterns that formed words. He heard vowels and consonants and discerned many variations, finally isolating about 85 distinct syllables. Using a printed Christian Bible as an example of how letters could be shaped, he completed the syllabary by assigning each sound a symbol. Sequoyah's syllabary was tailored to the sounds unique to the Cherokee language, thus was not difficult for native Cherokee speakers to learn. Over the next couple of years, the proportion of the Cherokee population attained literacy has rapidly increased. Sequoyah traveled westward across the Mississippi River and taught the syllabary to Cherokees in the present-day U.S. state of Arkansas. In 1828, the Cherokee obtained a printing press and launched the Cherokee Phoenix, which was the first bilingual newspaper in U.S. history. Nowadays, Sequoyah's Cherokee syllabary remains in use and is visible on street signs and buildings across the Cherokee Nation, where Cherokee is the co-official language alongside English. This syllabary is also taught in schools and universities in Oklahoma and North Carolina. Learn Black history, teach Black history at BlackFacts.com.